Yo, RX back with another recap of Dana White's Contender Series Week 10, the 10th and final week of Season 9 of the Contender Series, which was good. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's a Contender Series. It's almost impossible not to enjoy it. It was fun. Yeah. Not really a whole lot to say. It was fun. It was a Contender Series. Like every week I pretty much say it was good, and I think maybe only twice this season I said it wasn't good, and even those ones had highlights. So yeah, this was good. Just a fun episode, a good week, a good final week. Sadly, the final week. Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Got a bunch of finishes, mainly finishes. Only one dud fight. We had an extra fight, so it's a 6-fight card. Yeah, it was fun. Not really a whole lot to say. Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. So again, sucks the Contender Series is over, but if it doesn't go out, happy it went out on a high like this. And yeah, it was good. Not really a whole lot to say. Was it the best week of the season? No. Was it the worst week of the season? Still no. Was it good? Yeah, it's probably like I'd have to imagine between the sixth and fourth best episode of the season. So yeah, it was good. Not really much else to say there. So I had fun. I enjoyed it. I'm ready to recap it. I know I usually have more to say in a recap or an intro, but what am I really meant to say here outside of it was a very fun card. This Contender Series, I'm not shocking you by saying that, so yeah, not really much else to say. Really the only thing left to say in this weird intro. It feels weird to run through an intro pretty quickly. I'm not even trying to, just have nothing to really say. The only thing left to say is, of course, the normal YouTube bullshit, which is always, please like, comment, and subscribe to unsub's goal by the end of 2025. And unless I'm going to say something, which I don't believe I am, I did a YouTube bullshit, and talked about the card being just good. Sucks that it's the last week Contender Series. Am I forgetting something? I don't think so. Let's talk about it. I'm ready for our final Contender Series recap, sadly. But let's go out on a high at least, and that is something that this card did. So let's talk about it. Contender Series Week 10. We did Week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 10. So let's do it. You ready? I know I am. 6 fights to end a great Contender Series season. Let's do it. Beginning with the first fight of the final episode this season. We began with a returning fighter at middleweight who we saw last season, I believe on episode 1. Now he begins episode 10 the following season. As we had in our first fight of the night, our first of our special 6 fights to end season 9. On week 10, we had at middleweight to begin the night with Party Time Schultz versus Mario Mingaj. I think that's how you say it, unless it's Mingaj. One or the other, who cares? Not the highest level fight in the world to begin the episode, but it did end in a quick finish, a cool submission. And yeah, not really much else you can ask for from a pretty low level fight. Not much to recap. Fight started, they did, I guess, striking, even though neither's a really good striker. Eventually, Wes dropped Mario with a nice left And then the grappling began, where Wes was just better. Eventually, he hopped on his back, started going for a Suliyev stretch, which, God, we've not seen that since What's a Beat did it. And yeah, that got the win, got the tap, win. What a fucking submission to pull out of nowhere, out of throwback. And yeah, good for Wes. Not really the best fighter in the world, but he did earn this. Good win, good submission again. I'm happy he didn't just go for a basic rear naked choke, to go for a Suliyev stretch, which again we've not seen since like fucking Zabit did it like 8 years ago. Yeah, it was badass. Cool submission. A for creativity. Yeah, pretty good. Not right. One on the feet, one on the ground. Did a great job in his second try on a Contender Series. What else can you really ask for? Good for him. Got the contract, completely earned it. Yeah, pretty simple. To talk about the fighters, we'll be in with the first contract winner of the night was Schultz, getting his second attempt on Contender Series, making the most of it. Now 8-2, 29 years old. Like I said, obviously his first attempt on Contender Series was losing to Mansour Abdul Malik, and I believe the main event of episode 1 last year. He's not very good, if you want me to be honest, with Schultz. He's fine. I don't love a Don Budka loss. That's, great. I think he's just gonna be cannon fodder to good fighters. Like, and hell, not even. I think Zachary Reese would probably beat him. I don't think Wes Schultz is that good, to be honest. Like, again, not saying he didn't earn the contract here, but I don't think he's that great at all. Again, at middleweight no less, which is division that needs any talent. I don't think Wes Schultz is that. Yeah, I think he's just gonna be cannon fodder to good fighters. He could beat a few guys, like maybe he could get past like a fucking Marc-Andre Barriot, and that's a strong maybe. I think even like Dustin Stoltzfus might beat him. Like, he's not great, but he's another body in the division. You can feed him to have him fight a Diva Gutierrez. You'll see what happens. He did kind of get fucked over in his first attempt on show, because again, he did fight Mansour Abdul Malik, who at that time was a scary monster. A year later, like, debatable. Yeah, good for Wes. Seems like a good dude. Again, is he a good fighter? Not really. But did he earn the contract here? Yeah. Showed some striking and grappling, great submission. Yeah, on to the UFC. I don't think he didn't do much besides lose. But yeah, at least he earned his contract, and we'll see what he does with the opportunity given to him now. See what he does in the big leagues. Time will tell. I think it's going to be very little, but I've been proven wrong before, so prove me wrong again. And then for the opponent, Mario Mingjai. Still don't know if that's right, it doesn't matter. 7-1, 26 years old, actually about to be 27 in about a week or two, from Italy, so not much great talent that came out there. What, Marvin Vettori? Yeah, outside that, not many great fighters come to mind. And Mario fits in that category of not very good. Obviously, he was coming from Cage Warriors, which was a red flag in its own right. And yeah, he's not very good. He's young, so he always could get another opportunity on the show, but I think it's unlikely. Again, he's just not good. They would love if he was, because they would love to get in that Italian market, because all the guys were in Vittori. Alicio Chirico got cut many years ago. They had a dude last year on Contender Series who was ass. So, great. Yeah, I don't think Mario's very good, and he didn't look very good here, getting beat in 2 minutes, clubbed and subbed. Yeah, shitty fighter. Maybe Italy will have some good one day, but outside Marvin Vettori, who was even then watched, yeah, sorry Italy, it's just not your time right now. Maybe in the future. Mario was not that future. And yeah, that's about that. Good win for Wes. Obviously, I don't do fight ideas for Contender Series. And yeah, good win for Wes. Again, I don't think he's gonna go very far in the UFC. if he does much at all. But he did earn his contract here. Club and sub, great submission, beat up a shit fighter. Yeah, what else can you ask for? Did his job, he impressed. Under 2 minutes, Suliev stretch. Guess it really was party time. Let's see what he does in the UFC. And, yeah, on to the UFC. Second time's the charm. See if he proves me wrong and actually does something. Or will he just be a kind of nothing burger in the UFC? Time will tell. After that, we had our second fight of the night, and the worst one by far. God, was this terrible. As we had in our second fight of the night at heavyweight, the worst fight of the night, and the only fight to not win a contract tonight. That should tell you plenty about how great this fight was. As we had in our second fight of the night at heavyweight, that's another thing, you couldn't get signed at heavyweight, Jesus Christ. We had in the worst fight of the night, a complete snooze fest. I'm happy Dana was realistic about it, did not give a contract here, could fuck with it not deserved. We had in the second fight of the night, the worst fight of the night at heavyweight, Jovan Leka versus Azamat Dragon Nuftilev, or Nuftilev, something along those lines. Yeah, this fight was garbage. Obviously the only decision of the night, one of the only fights to go fucking past round 1, it seems. And, yeah, this was terrible. Again, to be the black sheep of the card and be at heavyweight and not get a contract, that says plenty. Not really much to say for a recap. Round 1, Azamat just laid on Leka. Round 2 and 3, Leka just laid on Azamat. Could've got to finish whenever he wanted, but just decided not to. And after 15 boring minutes, Leka got the win, 29-27, that's how I scored it. Few 29-28. Easy win for Leka. Again, annoyingly, could have finished it whenever he wanted between round 2 and 3, but just didn't. And, yeah. Shitty fight. Dana walked away like 30 seconds before it ended. Obviously, neither guy got a contract here. This fight was terrible. The worst fight of the night. Can make a case for one of the worst fights of the season. And, yeah, this was pathetic. Like, not really too much else to say here. Shit fight. Shit fighters. Speaking of that, let's talk about the fighters. We'll begin with the winner, I guess you want to call him that, Jovan Leka, 11-2, 23 years old, from Serbia. More than likely, and even Dana said, more than likely we'll see Leka again either on Contender Series, maybe tough, or just get a short-nosed call in general. He's not good, and he would lose probably any of those, more than likely, but he's young, 23 years old, so very high up chance we will be seeing him again. Just tonight was not the night. He, for some reason, has no killer instinct. Could have got to finish whenever he wanted in round 2 or 3 and just didn't. Not very much to say at the moment. Again, we will see him again, 99% chance of that. And maybe we'll get better. Maybe he will be better at that point, but right now, it's just not his night. Too boring. No killer instinct. Yeah, lame. And then for the opponent, the fraud, Azamat Nurmagomedov, 13-2-1, 31 years old, from Uzbekistan. You know, a talent bed there with great names as. And also, exactly, yeah, this dude's fucking terrible. He has 1 round of cardio and then quits. I thought he was gonna have a Shamil Gaziev moment, and after at one point he's gonna quit due to fucking dying of fucking exhaustion, but thankfully that didn't happen. Yeah, this dude's awful. He's just a big dude with no fucking talent. 31 years old. Unlikely we ever see him again, if he ever fights again after getting this fucking embarrassed. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's terrible. What else can you say? Like I talked about with Italy, Uzbekistan even has less than that Italy does fighter-wise, so it's just not their night. I think I had Ruzi Boyev, who's The first fighter that comes to mind is Saruk Adishev, who's awful, and Azmat Nuftiliev is not any better. Shitty fighter with a padded record and shit promotions. Nothing new. What a can. And that's about that. Shit fighters. One of the worst fights of the season, and easily the worst fight on this card. Azmat's a joke. Aleka will probably see in the future in the UFC or on Contender Series or some shit. And outside of that, just not really much else to say. Worst fight of the night, one of the worst of the seasons. Hopefully Aleka gets better, and he will do better next time we see him. We can hope. Azmat's a joke. Shit fight. Let's get back to real fights. As after that, we hit the next fight, the third fight, and beginning of all finishes for the rest of the night. As we begin with maybe the best fighter of the night, time will tell, but at least on the night it would seem that way. As we had in our third fight of the night, getting back to real fights, and even more importantly, finishes, moving down all the way from heavyweight to welterweight for our third fight. We had Michael PQD Oliveira versus Victor Ferocious Valenzuela. Yes, I want to say Venezuela, but it's Valenzuela. Just be named Venezuela. Now we're back to what Contender Series is all about. Good fighters having good fights and trying to actually get finishes and a contract. And that's exactly what we had here. With again, maybe the most impressive performance of the night. Or maybe not most impressive, but the maybe best looking fighter of the night. Prospect-wise, not a whole lot to recap in round one. It was kind of a nothing round. Both guys kinda were even, not a lot happened. I think Victor took the round by hair, but it was close, not really that important after a while. Because in round two, Oliveira started to take over, and he was just a fucking sniper. He was just sniping Valenzuela, and then after a while he dropped him the first time, I dropped him a second time, and finally on the third knockdown it should have been stopped, but he did need a little bit of ground and pound. And after that, finally the ref stopped the fight, and Oliveira got the finish late in round two after looking phenomenal. And yeah, there you go. Very impressive performance from Oliveira. I think you can make a case for him being the best prospect of the episode. I think he probably is. And he looked good. Kind of a lackluster round one, but when he turned it on in round two, and he just became a fucking sniper. Dude, he's good. He's good. His just timing is so crisp. His hands are clean as fuck. Victor just had no idea what to really do. Every time he threw something, he was getting tapped. Even when he wasn't throwing anything, he was getting tapped. This was impressive by Oliveira. Again, in my opinion, probably the best prospect of the episode. He looked good. Great finish. Got the contract, of course. He looked fucking good. Not really much else to say about the fight, but let's talk about the fighters. Beginning with Oliveira, 9-0, 27 years old. Like, this dude looked good. Like, when he turned it on in round two, he was just perfect. His hands were clean, fast, powerful, quick. He's good. He looks very damn good. And I think he's young still. He could be an issue for a lot of people. He could be a real issue at welterweight. He's good. He's fucking good, and we'll see. We'll see how far he can really go. He looks good, man. Like, we didn't see any grappling, but we'll see if that'll be an issue in the future. Cause on the feet, you're not gonna beat him on the feet. You're gonna need to take him down, and that says a lot. So this guy's good. I'm very excited to see him fight again. He looked good. Excited to see him in the UFC. Welterweight has another interesting prospect to worry about. And yeah, let's see what happens. Great win for Oliveira. The best prospect of the episode, in my opinion. Let's see what he does, man. Because his hands are fucking crisp, clean. Let's see what he does in the UFC, because he looks good. And then for the opponent, Victor Valenzuela, 12-4, 31 years old, gonna be 32 in February. He was tough. He looked fine in round 1. He was tough in round 2. He is from a respectable gym, MMA Masters, which is like a bunch of fucking guys at that camp, so I think that's a big reason he got on the show. And then he does look to be an alright fighter. At 31, could he come back for another chance? I could see it in a year or two. I wouldn't be too shocked. If he can get a couple wins, I would not be shocked. He was tough and he was entertaining here. Yeah, but he was, like, as decent as he does seem to be, Oliveira's just way fucking better, and Victor just had no answer for Oliveira's fucking perfect striking, so can't blame him for that. He was tough, he held in as long as he could, but eventually just went down. Again, he probably still won round 1. But, yeah, it was just not his night. Got a really good opponent. And, back to the drawing board. Maybe we'll see him again. Maybe not. Again, he is already 31. So time will tell there. But, yeah, not much bad to say about him. The most respectable loser of the night so far. Maybe the most respectable loser of the night, to be honest. Yeah. We'll see what happens with Victor. And, yeah, that's about that. Not very much else to say. Great performance for Oliveira. Kid looks good. He, again, probably the best prospect of the episode. Victor was tough. Again, probably the most respectable loser of the episode. We'll see if we see him again ever. And, yeah, this was good. Good performance by Oliveira. Dude's clean. Cannot wait to see him fight again. And, yeah, not really much else to say. Going for Oliveira, as if there's not enough. Oliveira won on Saturday. Tuesday, there's one fighting on Canada's card. So, there's plenty of Oliveiras going around. Here's another one to the pile. This one looks very good, just like some of the other ones. Let's see what he does in the UFC. Welcome to the UFC, another Oliveira. This one a striker, and he looks damn good. After that, we crossed the halfway point of the episode, which usually would be going to the co-main, but this wasn't the co-main. So this is the halfway point as we go from our 3rd to our 4th fight of the night. A very good fight here between very shit fighters, as we had in our 4th fight of the night. Maybe probably the best fight overall tonight, but again, fight was good, fighters were not. As we had in our 4th fight of the night at featherweight, Marwan Freaky Rahiki versus Ananias Metal Mulamamba. I actually think I said that right. This was a very good fight. The best way I can describe this fight is this was a good fight between shit fighters. And I know you're hating. I'm not insulting them, because they did have a great fight, but I think these two are fucking terrible. I think these two are terrible, and I think that is a reason why it was such a great fight, because both these guys are fucking terrible. In round 1, it was batshit insane. Mulamamba almost finished Rahiki, like, twice. Had him dead to rights, but Rahiki survived. To round 2, where in round 2 Mulamamba was completely gassed, and then Rahiki just went after him, eventually against the cage. He kind of just quit, it seemed, took some elbows, took an uppercut, and went out, down and out. Freaky Rahiki gets the win, finish, the contract, the comeback. Yeah, great fight. Again, I'm not shitting on the fight. The fight was phenomenal. The fighters in it, I think, were terrible. I think it was a very low-level fight, and again, I'm not shitting on that. I really enjoyed the fight, but if we're going off, like, in the future, Contender Series, on how good they really are, to be honest, I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think these two are fucking trash. I think one dude's inexperienced and just not very good, and I think the other one's just not very good. So, respect to both for a great fight, but talent-wise, I think it's very low level. For fuck's sake, Mulawamba completely just quit. Like, if you watch that finish, he quits. So, I don't know. Not a great fight. Well, it was a great fight, but not a great fight in terms of the talent in it. I think it's kind of low, and that's not a bad thing, because again, I think that produced why it was such a good fight, but again, if you're looking at what the show's all about, finding the next futures of UFC, it's not here talent-wise. Entertainment-wise, it is. Talent-wise, it's fucking not. So, I don't know. I'm not trying to be a hater, I'm just being honest. Great fight with shit fighters. To talk about said fighters, we'll be in with the 7-0 newly signed Freaky Rahiki, 23 years old. I don't think he's that good. He's a kickboxer who trained kickboxing but not blocking. Of course, the whole fucking fight promo with him is, they compare me to Israel Adesanya. Cool. You're just as shitty as he is also, so I guess it makes sense. Yeah, I think Rahiki's gonna get demolished in the UFC. If they give him, like, put him in there for Kevin Vallejos, with a Fernando Padilla, even a fucking, God, put him in there for a lot of guys, he's going to get put out cold. Like, this dude's just not very good. Kickboxing is fine, but his chin's out open, anyone can clip it, and put him in there for someone who has real striking and cardio, he's going to get put out fucking cold. Trust me. Like, I think he can beat cans. Like, that's not a word. He can beat some tomato cans. He did here. But when he gets to step up in competition, and God, if they give him a good fight in his debut, and he's the favorite, that's such a free fade in my opinion. But it has to be a good opponent. I think they're probably give him something like Francis Marshall, or fucking something like that. It's like, oh great. So, I don't know, I don't think great nickname, Freaky Rahiki. I don't think much of him. Dana loved him because he was entertaining, but skill-wise, I don't think he's that good. And, yeah, I think he gets his ass beat in UFC. I think he's going to get knocked the fuck out very quickly in UFC. The second he fights a legit fighter, he's getting put to sleep. Maybe I'm wrong, but if this guy almost puts you out, so legit UFC fighter will. That's simple. And then to talk about the opponent who almost put him out, Ananias Mulamamba, 9-3 from the Congo, 27 years old. Takes the L here. He's not very good. Shocker. He comes from the Josias Musasa camp, which should tell you everything you need to know. He's better than Musasa, that's for sure, but outside of that, like, yeah, dude's not very good. He hits hard. About it. Dana did say they'll bring him back next season, get a win or two on the regional scene. He'll get another opportunity, so we'll see him again next season. Probably an easy fade, because again, he just hits really hard. So we'll see though. Yeah. Alright, what else can I really say? He hits really hard. And he quit in round 2. Not really much else to say. We'll see him next season. Maybe he'll do better, maybe he'll get better. But yeah, here he hits really hard and quits. About really, that's it. So, great fight, but yeah, lackluster talent in it. And yeah, that's about that. Like I just said, I think a great fight with lackluster talent. Mulamba is just a really heavy hitter, and Rahiki, I think, is going to get sparked out by legit competition. So, great fight. Never going to dispute that. Rahiki did deserve the contract because he did have a great fight. But outside of that, I think the talent level here is low, and yeah. So we'll see Mulamba next season. We'll see Rahiki in the UFC. Maybe my statements will be true or false. We'll find out. But right now, I think this was a very low-level fight, but it was a very entertaining fight. Take that as you will. We'll see how Freaky Rahiki does in the UFC. We'll see how Mulamba does next season. Good fight with shit fighters. Just being honest. There you go. After that, we get to the highlight of the night, the co-main event of the evening at bantamweight, a banger, and I mean a banger of a fight here, just because the finish was batshit insane, as we had in the co-main event, the second to last fight of the season at bantamweight, the highlight of the night, the knockout of the night, one of the best knockouts of the season, as we had in our co-main event, the card, the second to last fight of the season at bantamweight, the highlight of the night between Juan Pegayaso Diaz versus Pretty Boy Juan Il. I think that's how you say it. Wow. All you can really say here is holy shit. I think that's what everyone said at this finish. Yeah, not a whole lot to talk about the fight. Round 1, not really a lot happened. Diaz dropped a Quan and took the round. Not the most exciting, but a little happened. And round 2, much the same. Juan was kind of more clean, smarter striker. Quan was not doing a whole lot. And then eventually, late in round 2, as time was running out, Juan Diaz throws the most beautiful, back elbow, kind of like, I think John Jones kind of moves him. He throws, not like Lerone Murphy one where it's a complete spin, or the Carlos Prates. It was more like the Jones one where it's just kind of like a back one, and it puts Quan completely out with 2 seconds left in the round. Apex erupts. Holy shit, what a win, what a knockout, welcome to the UFC. That was fucking amazing. Yeah, he got signed on the spot pretty much. There's no other way to put it. One of the best knockouts of the season, out of nowhere. Wow. Just fucking wow. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It'll probably be a thumbnail of this video. Holy fucking shit. Yeah. Wow. Amazing. What maybe easy knockout of the season, the more I think about it. Jesus Christ. Amazing. What else can you really say? If you didn't see knockout, go see it. It's fucking phenomenal. To talk about the fighter who gave us that amazing knockout, Juan Diaz, the newest fighter on the roster, 15-1-1 from Peru, so, he's probably gonna get fucked in UFC because he's from Peru and they are not very good in the UFC. 27 years old. Welcome to the UFC, man. You earned it. Is he gonna be great? We'll see. Again, I'm worried in the Peruvian flag because their success in UFC has been minimal. So we'll see what Kevin Borjas and Daniel Marcos, not really known for talent, but yeah, Peruvian Juan, great performance here, great knockout here, earned a contract on the spot. Keep doing crazy shit like that, and we'll fucking love you, bruh. So, alright, God, what else can you say? Kid looked good, his striking looked good, cardio didn't really go too deep in the fight, didn't look like he was breathing heavy, his power is clearly good, grappling's alright, not great, but it's alright, I guess. His timing is fucking flawless. He looked good, what can I tell you? Go watch the knockout, it's worth finding. It was amazing. I can barely do it justice, just go fucking watch it. And then for the opponent. And now it's time for a little ranty rant. The opponent here, Juan Il, 14-6, 30 years old. Why would I rant about him? Because he came here off a fucking loss. No, I'm not joking. He got this opportunity off a loss. And you must be wondering, why is that? Did he get robbed? No. He got finished in 42 seconds. And the reason everyone gives is he lost to such a great fighter. Okay. Then bring in the fighter who won the fight, you fucking idiot. You don't watch a fight and bring in the loser. You bring in the winner. The guy who impressed. Not the guy who got finished in 42 seconds. Against the guy who he already lost to even before. Like, I don't get why the fuck they brought this guy in. For contenders, for Road to UFC, fine, you could have brought him in. Why the fuck was he brought in here? Off a loss. Like, I have no idea who Fabrizio de Andrade is. Maybe he is good. I don't fucking know. No one does. Who the fuck is that guy? But if he's so good, you bring him in. Not the guy he smashed twice in under 90 seconds. It's fucking stupid, man. It's fucking dumb. To get, I swear it has to be the first time anyone's ever got a contender series shot off a loss. It's fucking pathetic. Like, it's not even good. That's the crazy. He's not even good. So, clearly, what are the problems with it? You brought in a dude off a loss instead of bringing in the dude who beat him. The dude is not even fucking good. Like, what the fuck? Again, you could put him in Road to UFC. No one would care because no one watches that besides like me and like 6 other people. Why the fuck did he get contender series opportunity? He's not good. And he came in off a loss against a guy who maybe is good. Bring him in instead. Again, you don't bring in, you watch a fight and you don't bring in the loser. You bring in the winner. Unless it was some barn burner fucking Griffin Bonner level banger, which clearly when he got finished in 42 fucking seconds. There's no reason this guy should have been here off a loss. It's fucking pathetic, and I'm happy he lost because it just shows how stupid the UFC was bringing a guy in. Like, he wasn't even good. And again, maybe the guy he lost to is amazing. Who fucking knows? Until that dude's in wearing UFC gloves, no one will know. And it's fucking pathetic. This guy got a shot off a loss. Well, what else can I say? And, yeah, that's about all I gotta say about this fight. Amazing knockout. Maybe the knockout of the season. Go watch it if you didn't see it. Amazing. Just truly amazing. What else can you say? A guy came in off a loss, got beat, which he deserved, and Juan Diaz, phenomenal, amazing knockout. Welcome to the UFC. Another Peruvian in the UFC. Will this one actually be good? They're still trying to find one. Maybe he's the one. And, yeah, not a good last 2 weeks for South Korea. Zombie Jr., this guy. Ugh. So, good win for Diaz. Maybe the best knockout of the season. And for the dumbest fighter to come in the season because he came off a loss, I'm happy he got fucked up. Great win for Diaz. Maybe the knockout of the season. I can't do it justice, so just go watch it. And then the main event of the evening, the final fight of the season to end Season 9 of the Contender Series at light heavyweight with a returning fighter from this season who somehow did even worse than he did in his first fight. We had to end Season 9 with the main event of Week 10 to close out a great season in Contender Series with a bang. We had a light heavyweight in the main event, the final fight of the season between Levy Baby Monster Rodriguez versus Freddy the Barbarian Vidal. Well, at least the season went out on a bang, finish. Even it was looking like it was gonna go out on a whimper, but thankfully Levy saved the main event. As Dana would say, he definitely saved it. Not really much to recap because there's not really much of a fight here. For about 3 minutes, Vidal just held Levy on the cage till Levy finally broke away, started landing some good shots, was able to get to where he could throw knees up to Vidal's face, landed 2 good ones that dropped him, some ground and pound, and Levy was the winner after about 3.5 minutes by knockout to put Vidal away and finish the season with a bang. Levy Rodriguez gets the win, gets the contract, finishes Vidal, and yeah, this was a good way to end the night. Dana was thrilled because he said Vidal was stinking up the joint, and he was, because all he was doing was trying to cuddle Levy. And yeah, good win for Levy. Vidal fails in his second opportunity, looks even worse than he did the first time. And yeah, good win for Levy. Not really much else to say. He looked good. He looked really damn good. Got a nice knockout. Saved Vidal from stinking up the joint, as Dana would put it. Yeah, good way to end the season. Not really much else to say. To talk about the fighters, beginning with the last contract of the season, Levy Rodriguez, 6-0, 29 years old, gonna be, actually it's his birthday as I'm filming this on the 15th. Happy birthday to him. Getting the win, getting all his wins by knockout. Can't really say if he's good or bad yet. We'll find out in the future. It's light heavyweight, so you never know. Either way, it's just good to have another body in the division. And yeah, let's see what this kid can really do. He looked good here. Clearly has good power and striking. Grappling's alright since he was able to keep it on the feet. Yeah, we didn't get to see a lot. Literally all we got to see was his clinch work and his knees. But yeah, looked good. Good win. On to UFC. Always good to have another body at light heavyweight, or in the bigger weight classes in general. Yeah, welcome to the UFC. Pretty simple. And then for the opponent, the only fighter to get a second opportunity this season, that fought this season, Freddie Vidal, falling to 4-1 at 31 years old. Yeah, he shit the bed here. Dana hates him because he's boring, and he gave him another chance to be exciting, and he just wanted to do the same thing he did in his first fight that didn't get him a contract to begin with. Yeah, he's terrible. Obviously he's a Longo partner, and he clearly, I think, trains with Rob too much, because that's all he wants to do is just hold on to a dude and pray. Didn't work. He's not good. Yeah. Happy he got a fair second attempt, but somehow he looked worse. How terrible is Felipe Franco? Jesus fucking Christ. And, yeah. He's terrible. Dana hates him, and I don't think anyone is, questioning why or is upset that he hates him, because he's fucking boring and terrible. And, yeah, you got a fair shake, Freddy. You did even worse. Go back to fucking your fucking school. P or whatever class you teach, because you're clearly not a fighter, because you just want to hold a dude on a cage. That's not fighting. And 2 fights, I believe he never threw a punch. Great. Good job, Torres Finney. You fucking can. Learn how to actually fight. Oh yeah, they don't do that right, Longos camp, do they? And, yeah, that's about that. Good one for Levy. Happy put out the boring fighter. Can't really make any excuses now, Freddie. You got a fair shot. You lost. Good for Levy. Welcome to the UFC. Good to have another body at light heavyweight. Saved Freddie from stinking up the joint. And let's see, maybe Baby Monster is going to be something at light heavyweight. Time will tell. He ended the season on a high at least. And welcome to the UFC. You earned it. Great way to end the season. Finally, with that being said, I can say, boom, that was the card. To go how I did on guesses or picks, I went 5 of 5 and 1. Only one I dropped was Vidal. I thought he was going to be free money as an underdog. Got the other ones right. This was a nice perfect. So I'll take it for guessing. I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously, there's not bonuses, but I guess the closest thing would be contracts, which were obviously the 5 finisher winners: Wes, Oliveira, Rahiki, Juan, and Levy. all deserved it. If you missed this week, what should I say? You should go back and rewatch. I would say all the finishes, everything but Lekka. So Wes, Oliveira, Rahiki, Juan, and Levy. I'm trying to think, is there, what else am I forgetting? Obviously, there's no chopping block or bonuses, as I said. If I had to rank the fighters, like Chiesa or anyone else doesn't, actually Chiesa did a great job tonight. If I had to rank the 5 winners, I would say Juan Diaz won. Well, actually, no. I would say, performance-wise, Juan Diaz is one. If I don't know who I think the best prospect is, I think Michael Oliveira is one. But I'll say Juan Diaz 1, Michael Oliveira 2, Levy Rodriguez 3, Marwan Rahiki 4, Wes Schultz 5, and Jovan Lekov 6. So I think Oliveira should be 1, but I think it would be impossible not to give it to Juan. I think Oliveira is the best fighter overall. Levy can be 3. We'll see with him. Rahiki 4. I think the way you, like, if I had to describe the fighter signed this episode, I think you got one guy who looks very good, who looks like he actually can be something. 2 guys who I think is just going to be cannon fodder to good fighters, in Rahiki and Wes. And then the 2 question marks. Juan, we saw a good amount, but it's also bantamweight, and we'll see how good he really is. And Levy's just even more of a question mark. So, yeah, I think the few interesting signings here. Hopefully, we're looking back on this episode saying, "Oh yeah, this, and this were good signings," but we'll see. Yeah, we'll fucking see, man. And I guess finally, the last thing, as always, is what would I rate this episode of Contender Series? Again, it wasn't the best one, and it wasn't the worst one. It was a very decent one. I'm feeling a 7.1. I think it was good. I think all of this was good. This was a dud. This brought down a good amount, but all this was good. All the contracts were right. Yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed it. Thought it was a really good note to end the season on. As good as last week's? No, because last week, God, you're never going to top the best fight in Contender Series history. But these guys did a good job of trying and just having a good week on their own. And it was good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. Well, it's a Contender Series. It's almost impossible for it not to be fun. And but sadly, with that being said, it's now over. So this was a good note to end on. And yeah, now Contender Series over. Fuck, that sucks. Yeah, it always sucks. As much as we all love Contender Series, it sucks to see it end. But yeah, it was fun. So yeah. But now, I guess you ask, now what? What I'm going to do is, obviously, I'm putting this video out on Wednesday. Next Tuesday, whatever the fuck it is, I'm going to do a Contender Series, this season 9, like, recap, retrospective, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, and then I had a special idea for the Tuesday after, so keep an eye out on that. I think that'll be the last Tuesday in October. I'll look, but I believe so. The next 2 Tuesdays, I got an idea, and might even might snowball into something else. So keep an eye on that, and yeah. I hope y'all enjoy those when I do them, and I hope you enjoyed this. This was fun. I love the Contender Series. Excited to look back over it one last time next Tuesday. And yeah, so let's let all this set in. Let's see, and let's see what happens. See, maybe, and even more interesting to see what this is gonna look like a year from now. All of these fighters, and yeah, should be fun. A lot. What I think 46 fighters signed or some shit. See how they all do. Great season 9 in the books. We love the Contender Series. Who doesn't? And I enjoyed recapping every week. Gave me another video to do, and it gave me even more to do, so I love it. Can't say much else. talked for only about 50 minutes. Felt like it was going to be longer or shorter, I'm not sure. But I loved it, and I hope y'all did as well. So, that being said, what is the rest of this week's schedule looking like? The usual breakdown for UFC Vancouver on Friday, recap on Sunday, streams Tuesday through Sunday, and shorts when I do them. The usual schedule, and yeah, that's about that, man. So, had fun, loved Contender Series. I loved recapping. I hope you enjoyed listening to me recap every week if you did. And that being said, I think the only thing left to say is, please like, comment, subscribe, turn subs goal by the end of 2025. And as always, unless I'm forgetting to say something, which I don't believe I am, as always, RX out. Good vibes only. And always. Contender Series, we love you, and we're gonna miss you till the next 10 weeks.